Oh my God, you absolutely need to bump it up to the top because Mexican Gothic, like, it was lit. Here's part two because I had so much to say and I can fit it all in the first video. There was low-key a few things in this book that had me cackling. One of the things was that she kept bringing up the main character, that they really looked inbred. Like, she was trying to say it without saying it. She kept saying, like, the Doyle family, they just have a sort of look to them, like a just specific way of looking. Then she proceeds to talk about, like, their jawline and, like, their facial structure and just, like, the way that they look and how, like, certain family members she couldn't even tell apart. And the second thing, it wasn't meant to be funny, but I thought this was so funny to me that there's this thing in the book that's called the gloom. And, like, you find out that this gloom, like, part of it has to do with, like, the spirit of a woman. And I'm like, of course, because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And, like, the gloom was so messy. Like, it was so messy. Because why are you gonna be giving the main character the tea, like, telling her what's going on and trying to help her essentially kind of, like, get out of this whole situation, but at the same time be trying to give her these dreams and trying to link her up with different people? Like, the gloom was just messy. Now, this specific part was not funny, but it's like the amount of times that she alluded to children kind of, you know, and me having just come back from Spain, like, it reminded me so much of that Goya painting of, like, Saturn, like, devouring his son. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm getting such vibes of that in this book. Like, there was so many, I feel like, historical references that she kind of, like, mentioned, but I wish she would have touched on more. Like, I would have loved to see that kind of intertwined more. I don't know if it's the period, it wouldn't have lined up with that painting being mentioned, but I just thought that was interesting. Also, I really love that the heroine of the book was, like, very loud and brassy and, like, spoke her mind. And that was a theme throughout the book of them talking about, like, how she was very strong-willed. And they tried to play her down like it was a bad thing, but low-key they kind of loved it, and I loved it for that, like, throughout the like, she was really on her Nancy Drew. She wanted to get to the bottom of it. She wanted to know what was going on, and she was going to ask all the questions despite them trying to shut her up and figure out what the heck was happening. So yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend you run to the store and grab it. I really want to look up her other books, but I have a bunch of stuff on my reading list right now.